Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, the River State Government Sales Church linked to billboard electrocution, which killed 5 people. Criticism trail FCT ministers' plan to demolish illegal structures in Abuja. Stakeholders set agenda for new ministers as Information Minister promises to be truthful. Bodo community is still awaiting Nostra's visit days after fresh oil spill. Police rescue 8 kidnapped victims in 1 week from different locations in River State. And on the foreign scene, helicopter sent to rescue trapped children in Pakistan's cable car. I am Jude Omamegbe, and this is the news.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon and welcome. The assistant pastor of the church that owns the billboard electrocution that killed 5 people were called recently suspended further investigations into a tragic incident. The 9 men were electrocuted when the billboard they were about to install for the church touched a high-tension wire. Earlier, the managing director of the River State Signage and Advertising Agency, Tony Okea, told our correspondent that the 9 people who were electrocuted were mounting the billboard without approval. Dr. Okea said the 9 men involved in the incident were acting illegally.
We don't have approval from the agency. We spend time warning people against illegal activities such as this one. We regret what has happened, but please, this will serve as a deterrent that people should learn how to do things the proper way. The agency regulates where billboard structures will be erected, and whether it will cause visual blight, accident, and all such consequences. We go out every day to remove illegal structures because of where they are erected, because of the low standard.
The RISA boss warned those mounting billboards without the agency's authorization to stop. He said defaulters will be penalized.
And it costs the agency a whole lot. You have to hire equipment, the payloader crane, the handymen, welders and artisans. You pay them on daily basis. To carry out this enforcement, you must practice advertisement. You must go the right way. You must be certified and you must consign yourself with the rules and regulations of the signage agency.
Meanwhile, the 4 people who survived yesterday's electrocution appeared to have left the hospital. Our correspondent, who was at the burn unit of the hospital early this morning, was told that they have all left. Hospital sources say one of them, Diabo Uman, left immediately after he was resuscitated and declined admission. The whereabouts of the others are unknown. The survivors sustained minor burns. The 5 others who died yesterday are in the mortuary. A spokesman for the Rivers PDP Campaign Council, Ogbonna Wuke, has called on the former spokesman of Atiku's campaign organization, Daniel Bwala, not to be unduly sentimental and judgmental on the issues relating to the administration of the Federal Capital Territory. Recall that Daniel Bwala yesterday said the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, should not create chaos in the city, saying that Abuja is not Port Harcourt. Reacting to this, Mr. Wuke said that the protection of the master plan of the FCT is a critical factor in measuring Nigeria's advancement, as a progressive state.
Bwala ought to understand that human activity is closely associated with the greenhouse effect, pollution, environmental degradation, destruction of the ozone layer, flooding. Such action turn well-planned cities into slums. There is a limit to attempts to play politics with everything. Bwala is enlightened and educated. He should know that we can only warn that acts which conflict with laid down individual and corporate behavior within the Federal Capital Territory will not be tolerated. Ensuring order in Abuja is Wike's responsibility.
Yesterday, the new Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, vowed to demolish illegally constructed buildings within the nation's capital, no matter whose property will be affected. Wike warned that buildings that distort the Abuja master plan will be demolished, I beg your pardon.
You cannot have everywhere as motor park. You cannot have everywhere as bus stop. It is not going to be allowed. Everywhere is market. No, we cannot tolerate it. But the mere fact that things are difficult does not also mean that you will cause crisis for other people. So you don't say because people are hungry. Therefore, everywhere must be market. These things cause insecurity. And those that government are giving CFO land, they refuse to develop. The land is gone. I'm going to revoke them. We'll take back our land and give it to those who want to develop. And I'm going to do it. Nothing will happen. Heaven will not fall.
Also, the new Minister for Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, says he owes Nigerians the duty of telling them the true picture in the Tinubu administration. Mr. Idris Mohammed spoke shortly after assuming duty yesterday, assured the staff of the ministry and various stakeholders that he will be open and accountable to Nigerians. In the meantime, the president of a group known as the Niger Delta Activist Forum, Success Jack, has urged the current minister of the Niger Delta to scale up the ministry's supervisory roles by ensuring that funds allocated to carry out development in the area are judiciously used. Mr. Jack made this known in an interview with correspondent Soibi Oruwari.
We must check compliance levels. If the ministry is not going to live up to its responsibilities, then there's no point being minister. But this part I have just talked about, supervision, is a part that no other agency of government, the NDDC or Amnesty Office or the Development Basin, is able to duplicate. When people cry that the Ministry of Niger Delta is only duplicating functions, I look at them and I laugh. I say because there is no other agency that has the responsibility of supervising any other ministry or federal government engagements within the ministry.
Mr. Jack also advised the federal government to increase the budgetary allocation of the Niger Delta Ministry to see more efficiency. Away from that, residents of Bodok City in Gokana local government area of Rivers State say they are worried that no one has visited the area since the oil spill on Friday. They say that the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSTRA, has yet to visit the community for a joint investigation. But when correspondent Soibi Ruwari visited the area yesterday, he was harassed by youths guarding the spill site and nearly mobbed as they stopped him from seeing the spill area. He later caught up with two farmers who explained how the spill affected their farm.
That oil don't spoil our land. And I've been planting okra, good. I plant cassava, as you say, the cassava. Yam, everything with the plant, good.
And nothing where them put for ground where the thing they germinate. There is one thing where they call them goma. The thing not even there for this our land again. And because of the oil. So I don't know how we go take solve these things so that all this our wife and our mothers then benefit what they are doing for their own farm, because we are tired, hungry, food everywhere. See all our cassava, no one even germinate. Corn, the same thing. We not even see one corn to even loads for fire.
Two other residents of Bodo City also spoke on this.
Bodo people doesn't have any source of income right now because since the spill, Shell has done nothing. Our aquatic lives has gone. Our farmlands. The last time Nozra come with them, but he did. Nothing has happened. Now Nozra has not come this time around. Nozra has not come. Nobody has appeared. I believe from the place, Nozra must have been aware of what is happening. But up till now, we've not seen anybody.
It's quite unfortunate that things like this kept happening in Bodo community, and up till now, Nozra has not come. Not even Shell. Place is very, very tensed up because there have been an issue of trust here. Government agencies which are responsible for oil spill containment and management has not showed up. I want to advise NOSDRA to quickly swing into action, go in there, ascertain the cause of the spill so as to douse tension in the community, because as we speak now, there is tension in the place.
Our correspondent later visited some stakeholders and chiefs of the community who condemned the actions of the youths. It was learned that a committee has been set up to interface with the owners of the manifold that spilled the crude oil. The spill area has been cordoned off with local trees and the youths are seen making libations. Still to come, police rescue 8 kidnapped victims in 1 week from various locations in Rivers State. Stay tuned. Good afternoon and welcome back to the news. The River State Commissioner of Police, Wonyi Emeka, says the command rescued 8 kidnapped victims and arrested 2 suspects last week. CP Emeka disclosed this at a weekly media briefing at the command headquarters yesterday. He said 2 of the victims were rescued last Wednesday in Buguma, Asari Toro local government area of the state.
The River State Police operatives on Wednesday, 16th of August, received a piece of information that 2 men who were seen around River Ebuguma. Operatives immediately went to the area and citing the police, the hoodlums took to their heels while the kidnapped victims were rescued. The 2 victims were debriefed and have reunited with their families while investigation is still ongoing. They're still making an effort also to get fleeing suspects.
CP Emeka also said that operators of the Hawk team in the joint raid at Boncha community, Eleme local government area, rescued a kidnapped victim who was abducted in Rumaholu, I beg your pardon, community, Obiakpo local government area of the state.
And Hawk team conducted a joint operation at Ogboncha, Oyimbu axis of River State, where somebody that was kidnapped was rescued. They were kidnapped on the 17th of August at Rumu Ahalu off Sas Road by 4 armed men. The victim has also been debriefed and reunited with his family, while efforts are ongoing to apprehend the culprits and recover their operational weapons.
The Commissioner of Police also said that on the 19th of August, operatives of the Rumoji Police Division rescued 5 abducted passengers of a commercial bus who were kidnapped at Rumodogo Junction in Emoa local government area.
The police operative attached to Rumuji Division received information from one Namdi, a driver to a transport company limited in Lagos, while en route from Lagos to Port Harcourt with 5 passengers. On getting to Rumudogo Junction in Emo local government area, some hoodlums blocked his vehicle and abducted 5 passengers. The DPO of Rumuji Division mobilized patrol team to the scene while carrying out a search in the nearby forest and rescued 5 of the kidnapped victims who have since reunited with their family.
CP Emeka further revealed that a suspect was arrested after operatives of the command, in collaboration with members of the local security outfit, rescued a businesswoman in Rumokwashi, Obiakpo local government area.
Operatives on Thursday, 17th of August 2023 at about 20-30 hours rescued 1 victim of Rumokorochi, Ogbogoro, Port Harcourt, who was kidnapped by 4 armed men inside a Toyota Corolla at the same address. Upon receiving the information about her kidnapping, a patrol team was dispatched to the scene, where the kidnappers were given a hot chase with the assistance of Ospak Vigilante. The victims were rescued. 1 Odunze was arrested. 2 of the kidnappers were neutralized.
And now the business news.
And now to business. The chairman of Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, Professor Bolaji Owashonye, says illicit financial flows, IFFs, are draining the country's foreign reserves and revenue. He said illicit financial flows have resulted in exchange rate depreciation, inflation, and an increase in the cost. In entertainment, singers Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato have parted ways with their manager, Scooter Braun. Braun is one of the world's most successful music managers, with clients including David Guetta, Black Eyed Peas, Ava Max, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Quavo. In sports, Spanish Football Federation President Luis Rubiales has apologized for kissing Jenny Hermoso on the lips after Spain won the Women's World Cup. Rubiales said had been criticized by some Spanish government ministers. And finally, from the international scene, a rescue operation is underway as 8 people are trapped in a cable car dangling above a ravine in Pakistan. 6 children and 2 teachers have been stuck 900 feet above the ground for several hours in Battagram. The group was traveling to school when cables snapped at about 7 a.m. local time. An army helicopter has been dispatched, but emergency services are being hampered by high winds. And that was the news this afternoon. But before we leave, a quick recap. The River State government seals church linked to billboard electrocution, which killed 5 people. Police arrest assistant pastor of church involved in mounting billboard. Criticism: Australian Minister Nyesom Wike's plan to demolish illegal structures in Abuja. Stakeholders have set agenda for new ministers as Information Minister promises to be truthful. The people of Border community are still awaiting Nosdra's visit days after fresh oil spill. The police have rescued 8 kidnapped victims in 1 week from different locations in River State. And on the foreign scene, helicopter has been sent to rescue trapped children in Pakistan's cable car. The news was edited by Onyekachi Wosu. Mostly cloudy weather in Port Harcourt is expected this afternoon with temperatures of between 27 and 29 degrees centigrade. Please be advised. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. 0808 721 7215. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Jude Omamigwe. Thank you for listening and good afternoon.